Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. Okay, so the message I have for today comes in the form of something that kept happening, like my eye kept jumping. Okay, um, so I looked it up. When I first felt it, I just heard that it could be someone upset with you, someone angry with you. And online it says a twitch or a jump in the left eye is associated with misfortune. A twitch in the right eye is associated with good news or future success. The twitch was happening in my right eye. But anyways, let's go to the scripture. Okay. The scripture comes from Second Chronicles and 25. Amaziah was 25 years old when he became king. He reigned in Jerusalem 29 years. His mother's name was Jehoiadan. She was from Jerusalem. He did what was right in the eyes of the Lord, but not wholeheartedly. After the kingdom was firmly in his control, he executed the officials who had murdered his father the king, yet he did not put their children to death, but acted in accordance with what was tradition in the law. In the book of Moses, where the Lord commanded, parents shall not be put to death for their children, nor children be put to death for their parents. Each will die for their own sin. Okay, so God is saying for someone, it's kind of like you are going to receive blessings due to what you have done and not due to what your parents have done. Um, I feel like for someone, you are feeling as though you are going to receive um, punishment for your parents' sin. You feel like you're not going to be blessed, or maybe other people think that you won't be blessed because of what your parents did or because of whatever sins your parents have done. And I just feel like God is saying no. Okay, it could even be a situation where a decision that was made, you feel as though it is going to affect you. And I just feel like God is saying no. Like, there's nobody that could make a decision that would take away the blessings that God has. Like, um, even if it's a situation where your parents did something, like if your parents was to do something, whatever they do, it affects them, it's not going to affect you. I feel like that's what God is saying. Like, um there's nothing that can happen to you that could cause whatever blessings that God has for you to not be given. So yeah, that's what it is. Like, somebody, you feel like because your parent did something, um like, let's say your parents had money saved up for you to go to college, but they ended up spending it on something. And now you're thinking, because they spent the money that was saved up for you to go to college, that you won't be able to go to college anymore. God is saying that that is not true. Okay. Just because they spent the money that they saved up for you doesn't mean that you won't be able to go at all. You won't be able to go with that money, but you'll still be able to go. So God is basically saying that that is going to fall back onto them. That's not going to fall back onto you, regardless to if it's just like they won't be able to say, I'm the one that put such and such through school, but you're still going to go to school. Um, yeah, and I just feel like that's what it is. Like, God is saying, just because they made a decision doesn't mean that you're not going to receive what God has already had for you. There's nothing that anybody can do that would stop or alter whatever God has for you. Whatever blessing God has for you, He has it for you, period. Like, nobody can take it away. Nobody can figure out some kind of way for you not to receive it anymore. Nobody can try to alter it or anything like that. And I just feel like God is saying that just because you don't receive exactly what you thought you were going to receive doesn't mean you're not going to receive anything at all. It could even be a situation where you weren't even meant to receive what you thought. Like, you thought you were meant to receive a certain car. Um, okay, like, I was supposed to receive this car from my dad, but I ended up not getting that car because the car, like, there was an accident before I had my driver's license. And I was pretty sad about it because I wanted that car, you know. But in reality, it didn't stop me from getting a car altogether. I still ended up getting a car and then a car after that and a car after that. But I just didn't get that car. So God is saying just because you didn't get that specific thing, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get something at all. Okay. And now I can say that nobody bought me my first car. I bought my own first car. And that is something that I'm proud of. And I just feel like God is saying for someone, you have been thinking that just because you are not able to get something a certain way, you're not going to have it. And God is saying just because you're not getting that specific thing doesn't mean you're not going to get something at all, if that makes sense. Um, I feel like someone may be feeling like they are being stripped of something, like something is being taken away from them. Um, so in this case, you felt like you had received this, like it was already yours and it's being taken away from you. I had a friend that was given a car for a gift, and then it was taken back from them. And they were kind of hurt because it was taken away and given to their sibling. And, you know, they felt like, well, how are you going to give my gift to my sibling just because I bought another one? And I just feel like God is saying that even in a case where you are feeling like someone is taking your uh taking something that you were blessed with, it was something that was a gift to you, they are taking it back and they're giving it away to someone else. um it doesn't mean that you will never have, okay, it doesn't mean that you will never have something. It doesn't mean that you won't be able to own something, or that what is meant for you, you know, sometimes we think something is ours and it's not. Sometimes we think something is meant for us and it's really not. And I just feel like God is saying that he has something better for you. He has something that is more, that will be more, and maybe it will be all the way yours. Because if you're in a position to where someone can take it away, then it's not really yours. It's not yours all the way. If you're in a position to where you can't make the final decisions on that thing, then how is it yours? And I know me personally, I felt better knowing that nobody could take my first car away than I would feel like if someone else had got it for me, and then if I did something to make them mad, they're coming after me like, nah, I want it back. You gotta give it back. You gotta, this is like, no, I don't want to deal with that. Nobody wants to deal with that. And I just feel like God is saying that what is meant for you is going to be for you regardless. Nobody's going to be able to take it away. Nobody can convince God that he shouldn't give it to you. Nobody is going to be able to con God or sway God into changing his decision or making up his mind this and saying that and all that. Like, God is saying what is yours is going to be yours, period. And you should not allow yourself to get caught up in thinking that there's a possibility that you won't receive the blessings that God has for you. Even if it is a situation where it could be your own parent telling you that you aren't going to receive this blessing that God has for you, or making you feel as though you are not worthy of receiving a blessing that God has for you. You know, in reality, there are certain things that God promises us, and it's not even just like God promising us because we really want it, but because we need it. Like, we all need a place to stay. We all need a means of transportation. We all need food. We all need to be safe and secure and to have peace. And I just feel like these are things that God is not. This is not a option type like situation. This is a situation where God is saying, well, how I like he cannot have you as his child, and you are a devout follower of him, and you are doing everything in your power to glorify his name, and you don't have a place to call your own. You don't have something that is yours. God is saying that you will not be punished because someone else thinks that you should be punished, okay? Even in a situation going back to somebody giving something to you and gifting it to you and then turning around and taking it back. God is saying that He will not turn around and take something away from you because you make Him upset. He is not going to turn around. This is going to be something that is going to be yours, and that's it. Like, I hear God saying the decision is final. Nobody's going to change his mind about this blessing he's going to give to you. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining me for March Madness. I'll see you guys later. Deuces.